Hey there, it's Matt with 1T Fit and Finish. I'm hanging and pre-filling a ceiling. Check it out. I'd like to mention that I always wear gloves when hanging sheetrock. These little embedded glass fibers can be really irritating. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon for notification of new videos. This daylight basement had a drop or suspended ceiling with acoustic tiles. The homeowners felt that it crowded the space, taking away too much ceiling height, and hired me to frame around the vents and pipes, then to hang drywall, tape, finish, and texture. I'm hanging 5/8 inch drywall on the ceiling and 1/2 inch on the walls. A drywall lift can be cheaply rented from most hardware stores. When using a drywall lift, pay attention to safety and make sure that you know how the equipment operates. This room is 10 foot 4 inches by 12 feet and 3/8 of an inch. I start with a full 8-foot sheet and about a foot cut off of one of the flat sides. Starting on this side of the room, the sheetrock butt doesn't line up with the joist layout. In order to minimize the number of cuts and seams, I use a piece of 1x3 furring strip as a nailer. There is a junction box under this panel. I use only a couple of screws to hold the sheet in place while I measure and cut out the opening with a rotozip. Once the hole is cut, I finish securing the panel. This panel is 4 feet wide by about 32 inches. I did leave a 3/8 inch gap in the seam in order to be able to secure the panel in the corner. I will be pre-filling with fast set joint compound before I tape. Moving over to the other half of the room, there are more junction boxes that I measure out to be cut after the sheetrock is hung over it. In this corner, I install a 2x3 nailer to be able to secure the panel. For this little bump out cut, I lightly place the edge of the utility knife blade on the aluminum square and drag the square along the edge. This scores the paper. I then use a keyhole saw to cut the short cut and then snap the score line. occasionally use the drag and score method with my drywall T-square. On to patching the walls. This metal I-beam has wooden headers on both sides of the beam. I have to trim back the existing drywall about an inch. I mark a chalk line and carefully cut out with multi-tool. Make sure to remove all the old screws. Another method I use to cut drywall is to mark a chalk line and score the line freehand. Make sure to secure the old drywall along with the new. This isn't required, but I do put a 1x3 nailer in this joint. I like to cut a bevel on the front of each of the joints before I hang the panel. I will be pre-filling with fast set compound before I tape. Here's a quick tip. If your utility knife becomes difficult to operate, open it up and use the tip of a pencil to clean the moving parts. The graphite will act as a dry lubricant. Another method I will occasionally use to cut drywall is to put my blade edge between the edge of the tape and the catch on the tape measure. I'll then use my finger as a guide to drag along the edge of the drywall. This might take a little practice. The drywall hung, it's time to pre-fill. I'm using 20-minute fast-setting joint compound. I put a little water in the pan, then add the powder and hand mix. Most of the mixing actually occurs while I'm putting the mud on the wall. I like to pre-fill any joint that's wider than about 1/8 of an inch. Due to the small size of this room and the number of patches, I'm just going to pre-fill all the joints. I also first coat all the screw heads and check for clickers at this time. A clicker is any screw that is not slightly recessed. This makes a clicking sound when the knife is drawn over it. If I find any nail or screw holes, I use the edge of my knife handle and make a small divot, then coat with a little mud. And this room is ready to be taped out. That's it for hanging and pre-filling the ceiling. Thanks for sticking it out to the end of the video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon for notifications. This is Matt with 1T Fit and Finish. Thanks for watching.